Today we're talking about project scope. We'll discuss what scope is, how we define it, why scope is so important to a client, and what some of the pitfalls are in dealing with scope. Okay, so what is scope? Scope is defined as the extent of the area or subject matter that something deals with or to which it is relevant. Project scope in its simplest form can be described as all of the technical requirements associated with a project that when implemented gets us to the client's end game. Scope makes up a large part of the project management plan, along with accurate cost estimates, application of appropriate resources, and development of engineering and construction schedules. Scope needs to be the accurate definition of what's required to meet the client's commercial needs and usually comprises piping and instrumentation diagrams, identification of all major equipment, instrumentation, process controls, site utilities, platforms, buildings, roads, sewers, and drainage. Scope also includes the identification of all deliverable items such as engineering layouts and drawings, specifications, analyses, material lists, job notes, and fabrication and installation drawings. Having a good and accurate technical scope is the only way for a client and his contractor team to ensure that everyone on the project is on the same page, and it is the basis for accurate project cost estimating and schedule control through the formal change order process. Accuracy and discipline in scope and change control avoids costly scope creep, which occurs when the project is still being conceived during the detail engineering phase. So how do we define scope? We, as an EPC contractor, first need to fully understand the client's commercial needs that are driving implementation of a new or upgraded process. We do this during exploratory meetings with the client's stakeholders before scope is developed. We then either obtain from the client or help him develop the technical requirements that will meet the end goals, and will review any existing conceptual designs, conduct field work to walk down all involved areas, and prepare to update existing and/or create new P&IDs. Knowing the extent to which each engineering discipline will need to be involved based on the P&ID definition, we create a responsibility matrix to scope out who needs to do what on each side of the client contractor team. So what problems do we encounter during scope development? Well, there are several issues that like to come up as we develop scope, but must be avoided to have fewer problems and challenges during project execution. Ambiguous data in the technical requirements, such as two documents describing the same feature differently, will lead to someone making an assumption as to which one is correct, creating an opportunity for implementing the wrong solution. Likewise, incomplete scope definition leaves things open to interpretation and can result in the wrong implementation. Transient scope or scope creep occurs frequently when the conceptual design has not been fully realized before project start. What happens often is a person on the client's technical team wants to provide technical input to the process design after P&IDs are defined, which can cause cost increases and schedule delays. This is why it is so important to have the concept defined up front in the front-end loading phase, which Nassau EPC can help the client with. So what is the importance of scope to the client? Now, the client representative has a responsibility to the owner to provide the means by which his commercial needs can be met within previously agreed to cost and schedule boundaries. Accurate technical requirements allow for accurate cost estimates and project schedules. Accurate scope definition allows for focused discussion when it comes to changes during the project that may be required. Each change can be easily compared to the original scope so that any changes in cost and schedule can be reviewed and approved formally before implementation, so there are no surprises at the end of the project. No client wants to be told at the end of the project that he has just spent more money than his management approved at the start. So to summarize, a project that is executed with good control of cost and schedule is only possible with the definition of timely and accurate technical scope. Good project control is essential so that at the end of the project, the client and contractor can both walk away happy with the outcome. And that is a win-win situation all around. Nassau EPC has the personnel ready to support scope development for our clients. Thank you.